Sis, you know I can't get enough of press-on nails, so let's do another haul. I love to do hauls on plus size fashion, nails and beauty products, and I even delve a little bit in low carb cooking recipes. But on this video, I'm going to show you one of my recent hauls from the Amazon Prime Day nail department, and all of these are press-on nails. I ordered 6 different sets of nails. Most of the sets have multiple different options within that set, and I spent less than $100 on this total haul. I also have a few extra things that I'm going to show you that are going to help me when I get ready to apply these nails. So let's get into it. So let me show you what I got. I'm really excited for this haul because my normal go-to is a French tip, medium length or short length. But on this haul, I tried to stay away from that and go more towards the colorful options and even some cute designs. So in this haul, I'm going to show you a picture of what was on the website and a picture of what I actually got. As a disclaimer, I already know that these nails are not high-end options, so these are not going to be the ones that you would get if you ordered from someone who does custom nails. But I will say that if you know how to apply these and you use the proper prep technique, these nails can actually last 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time. With that being said, per usual, I'm going to leave links to these in the description box as long as they're still available. There is one set that I'm going to run back and repurchase for myself before you all go and buy them out because they are just that amazing. So let's just get into this all. So first up, this is what I purchased and this is what I got. So as you can see, this set comes in its own little organizer case here, which is going to be really helpful to me because I'm always looking for new methods or better methods to organize. In this set, you can see that each one of these comes individually packaged, and there are 6 different nail designs in this one set. And while I'm not going to show you all of them, you will be able to click the link and see, you know, the different options. Let me just show you one that really caught my eye. And once again, these come in their own little individual package, and you get multiple options in each pack. So these are the ones that caught my eye. This has a brown French tip, and I said I was getting away from French tip, but that's more of the white French. So this is a little bit different because this is a brown tip, and you can see it has the little gold accents and it's on a nude base. I really like these because in a couple of months, as we get ready to head towards the fall, these are going to be a really cute fall design. Now, some of them have the brown tips, and you can see there are some that have that's like an off-white or almost a gray with the gold. I do love that it has that nude base. I just think that's going to be a really clean and, you know, classic look. And also there are some that have this little animal print design on it as well on the tip. This is just a cute option for a cute little classic fall look. I cannot wait to put these on. Now, I will say, as I said in the intro, these are not a high-end designer nail. So because of that, the inside, as you can see, is smooth and shiny. If you just put glue on here and just, you know, tack it to your nail, to your natural nail, these are not going to last very long. You're going to have to really do some good prep work, and at the end of this video, I'm going to kind of tell you what I'm going to do and what I do with these kinds of nail tips to make my tips last me up to 3 or 4 weeks. Next up, this is what I ordered, and this is what I got. So these are have a little bit more design in them than the last one. And some of the designs are kind of similar to the last set. Like this one is a very similar to design as the design in the previous set. As you can see, there are a couple of new designs that were not exactly like the previous set. So this set to me is going to give me even more fall options because there is an all black set in here. And who doesn't love an all black nail in the winter? And this also has a burgundy matte. The black was matte, and this burgundy is also matte. So I do love that. And then it also has this little gold tip. Now with this gold tip, I'm not really sure how I feel about this one, just because it is a little busy for me. For most people, it probably is not going to be a lot. It's really just like a metallic gold with some black, different black designs on it. So it may not be that bad. I guess I could wear this like for some type of event. Now, what I will tell you on these, I do see on the black, on a couple of spaces, I guess they did not go back over it. So when they put the gold on, it kind of covered the black in a couple of areas. Not really a big deal. I could actually take some black gel polish and kind of go back over that black design if I wanted to. I probably wouldn't do that, but you know, you could do that if you needed to. What I also noticed on some of these is that there are some places where the color is not as vibrant. I really can't tell if these were hand painted or printed by a machine, but I really want to say that this glitter actually kind of is raised as if it's like an actual nail glitter. So, and I don't think you would get that if this were like just printed on a machine. Yeah, on all of these, you can actually feel the raised glitter on there. So, once again, these are, of course, not a custom nail, and you can see on the inside where it is definitely very slick, so it doesn't have any texture to that inside. So you're really going to need to do a good prep in order to get these to adhere to your nails. As far as size, it does seem like they have pretty good sizing. You know, I may have to do a little bit of work, as I usually do with press-on nails, around the cuticle, because this cuticle on the press-on is usually really square and my cuticles are more rounded. So I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have to take, you know, my little emery board and kind of round that out so it fits more natural to the cuticle, because that's more of a square look. Now, as far as length, these say that they're medium, but they actually kind of look long compared to what I'm used to wearing. I probably can cut these down if I needed to, but I will likely try them at the length that they came in, just to see how well they're going to hold up. Now, what I actually definitely like is the fact that once I have, you know, applied these, I will be able to use this little storage container to keep them all stored and organized. So I do like that about those nail tips. Okay, so moving on to the third set that I got. Here is what it looks like online, and here's what I got. This one also comes in its own storage container. And I didn't mention this on the other ones, but all of those come with emery boards and the little wooden cuticle stick, like the disposable one. So those do come with the sets. Now this set is a little bit different because it actually came with a ceramic file. I thought that was, and it actually feels like a pretty good quality. I thought that was a nice little added touch to this set. So that is included. And this set also has this design that looks very similar to the design that was in each of the other sets. So I guess this is just kind of a one that they put in all of their sets. This one I definitely will be getting some use of before we end the summer. And now the rest of these have more options similar to what I'm used to with the French tips. So you have a couple of natural bases with the French or white designs on them. Definitely will feel very comfortable using those. I also like this little cute one here that has the flower print. That's another one that would be really nice to get some use of before we end the summer. So that's a cute little summer design. Also with the other two sets, you saw something similar to this one, which is black design. They put a black design in each one of those. Each one is a little bit different from the other one, but just carry over with that black. Now this one is the one that stands out to me in this set because it is a square tip, whereas most of the other ones in the previous set were all oval. And I do love a good square tip. Now this is a medium square. It also has one I think that's a little bit shorter, or it may be medium as well, that one that has the white design. But this one is really cute. It has that little black and white faux French tip. So I guess I can't get away from the French tip, but this is still different than the French that I'm used to because it has the black and white combined. And it's just similar on each tip, but each one has a little bit different. Like this one has the black and white swirl down one side, and you can just see that this one has all black. So each one has something a little bit different, but it still is in the French tip family. Now these I cannot wait to use because I definitely love a French, as you know, but I also love square. So I think those are really cute. Once again, these are very smooth on the inside, so you're going to have to do a good prep of your nail and a good prep of this tip to get this to last. And remember, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you just what I do to make that happen. And I'm in love with this little organizer. You can see I just put them back in there when I'm done, and I'm going to be able to just store this in my little nail collection right along with the rest of them. This also has the Pressy, the stick-ons. If you wanted to use those little sticky tabs for temporary application, this also comes with those as well. Right along to the next one. Here is what it looks like online, and here's what I got. Now, y'all, let me tell you something. Run to Amazon and grab these next ones. This one actually comes in a set. I have already gone to purchase me another set of these just because they're just that good and I don't want them to sell out on me. But if you don't get anything else from this video, I'm telling you, do not sleep on these. You get 2 different collections of nails in this one purchase. These, I can't even say enough about how amazing these are. What drew me to these when I scrolled on Amazon was this red set right here. It is a deep red jelly. Kind of has that tiger's eye flavor to it. But y'all, these are amazing. They're so deep red that they almost look burgundy. These are very smooth on the inside, so you're going to have to do some work to get them to actually last and adhere if you're looking for longevity. Now, if you're just doing it for just a quick wear and taking them off, you don't really have to do a lot to them. But I tend to like my nails to last at least 2 weeks or more. So prep definitely is needed. As far as the sizing, they're spot on with the sizing. I'm not going to have to do a lot of work, maybe just a little bit around the cuticle. And I usually have to do that with all my press-on nails just because the nail tips are so square and my cuticle area is more rounded. So it's just going to be a simple doop, taking a little bit of that off the corners. But y'all, when I tell you that these nail tips are amazing, I love these. The color is so vibrant and the color options are amazing. Look at this purple, y'all. OMG. Such a deep. Look at this blue. This is like a true navy. Just a deep navy. And this is more of kind of like a turquoise or teal, a teal blue. And then this green, I'm going to wear this green out in the fall and winter. Love that. And can you even imagine, you know how you do a different color on each tip? That would even be an option with these vibrant colors. I may even try a look like that just to see how that looks. Now this set also came with a second set, and y'all, these are just as gorgeous as the first set. This is that metallic-y, glittery pink. It's almost like it's almost between a pink and a lilac. Love. This is another purple. This one I think is maybe a little bit lighter than the purple in the last set. Then you have this, I call this a wedding white. This is like a white with some metallic in it. Cute. And then you have this glittery silver. Imagine this if you had an event to go to and you just wanted to do some bling. This nail would definitely be a good accompaniment to that. And then you have another but different shade of blue. Gorgeous. Once again, if you do not get this set, you are missing out, y'all. I'm telling you, this set is so amazing. I cannot wait to use these. Okay, let's move right along to the last set. Here's what it looks like online, and here's what I got. Now, y'all, these are perfect for anyone who's new to doing their own nails at home. If you're just practicing, if you maybe be seasoned to doing nails, but you're looking for options that you just want to have on hand for those times where you need a fast fix and you don't want to spend a lot of money, these are perfect. Y'all, look how many sets of nails you get in that one package. It is just unreal. Now, all of these come on the little attached grid. And what I will say about these, once again, these are not high-end nails. And we've already established that these are for the person who may not want to spend a lot of money, but you want a cute design. This will do it for you. Now, this is a coffin shape. These also, and this is a medium length, but these also come in short, in round, in long, in, oval. So you can find these types of sets all throughout Amazon in different lengths, different shapes, and different color variations. So these are the kind of nails I love to keep on hand for fast looks. So out of this set, of course, I always like a red. You can't go wrong with a basic red. A red nail pop with a red lip, chef's kiss. I'm definitely in love with a basic black nail, and my favorite color is pink, and this set actually has a couple different pink options, so I'm definitely going to be loving trying out all of these options. And then, like I said, it just has a lot of different colors that are going to be good for the rest of the summer, so this would be a good set to go ahead and purchase now. And if you only had this set and no other sets, look how many color options you have. So this would take you over the next several months before you would even need to purchase anymore. Now, as far as the coloring, I'm gonna assume that these are printed by some type of machine because it's just the same color all the way throughout, front and back, and it's just like a smooth surface, so it doesn't, I'm sure these are not hand painted. But the color is definitely on there. I don't see any spaces where like there are any blemishes, so I think that these are pretty good quality for the price that you're paying. So let me show you a couple of other items that I purchased on Amazon Prime Day that are not nail tips. However, they are going to help me with my nail care. This is a 10-piece plastic wrap tool. When I get ready to soak off my nail tips, I usually use the cotton and the aluminum foil like they do in the nail shop, but I saw these online and I thought I would give them a try. And what these are little clippies that you clip on top of the nail to let it sit to soak. So what you have to do first is take your little drill or your emery board, and you do have to take off that little shiny coat that you have on the top of your nail. So once you do that, you're just going to take a piece of cotton and you're going to put you some clear acetone on it. You're going to sit it on top of the tip, and then you just clip this on there, and that way it can just sit and soak as long as it needs to until it's completely soaked off. I just want to try these just to see how they work because I have plenty of cotton and plenty of acetone, and this is just an option to use that just gives you a different way to soak it off other than the foil. Aluminum foil works perfectly fine, so if that's your method, I use that all the time, but I am going to try these and just see how they go. Now, the other thing is, I told you that on those nail tips that I just showed, they are going to need significant prep work if you're wanting to wear them for, multiple weeks. So I want to show you kind of what I do to prep my nails and some of the products that I have found that really work well. If you are going to want to wear your nails for a few weeks, you can do a couple of things. One way that you can adhere them is if they are a translucent tip, meaning that you can see through them, then you can use builder gel to apply them. And I have a couple different brands that I love. This is my go-to, the Modelones. I use this all the time. I did repurchase the Melody Susie brand, which I also love. And this one is a new brand that I'm just going to try out. I think that's called Gaoi. And as you can see here, this is UV LED Cure. So all these builder gels, you have to have a UV light to use them. And it doesn't need to be the little small stand-up one that you use to flash cure. It needs to be one of those regular size UV lights. So if you're going to do that with one of the clear nail tips, what you're going to do is you're going to first prep your nail by taking either an emery board or I have a drill that I purchased on Amazon, but you can do this perfectly fine with the emery board, and you're just going to take off the top layer of shine. So all of our nails have a little shiny layer on the top, so you just want to lightly buff that area with an emery board or your softest nail bit to get that shine off. Then you want to take you some acetone, put it on a little cotton swab, and you want to clean that nail. That gets off any of the residue from the buffing, but it also helps to dehydrate the nail. Then what you want to do is get you a good primer, and this is Modelone's primer. I have used all brands, but this is my go-to. So you just want to paint that layer of primer on, and then your nails are good to go. But you have not yet fully prepped until you have also prepped the nail tip. So what you want to do is take your drill, and the area of this nail tip that's going to sit directly on your nail, you want to buff it, because right now you can see it's smooth. So when it's smooth like that, nothing is going to adhere to it. So we need that to be a little rough. So you're going to take your drill, and the portion down here that's going to fit on your nail tip, you're going to rough it up so that it gets a little roughness to it. Once you've done that, take you a little cotton ball and just wipe off any of the residue that was left on there. Once you've done that, then you're ready to adhere. So remember, we're using the clear nail tips for this method. So all you're going to do is take your Builder Gel, and this is a thick substance, very, very thick. Goes on just like nail polish. So what I do is I put a layer on my natural nail, and then I put a layer on the nail tip. Now we're going to imagine that these are clear because you can't use this on this color. So you're going to put just a layer on the inside of the tip. Then you press it down, and when you press down, you want to go at an angle and then level it out. And then you're going to put it in the lamp, and you just follow the directions on the bottle as to how long you cure it for. So that method will work for clear nail tips. Once you have fully cured them, then, and you go ahead, if you want to, put in polish color, your gel colors on there, go ahead and polish them as you normally would. And then what I normally do is I put another layer of Builder Gel after I polish them, put another layer of Builder Gel on top, and that way it helps to make them extra, extra durable. That method works for me on all of my clear nail tips. So I am never ever out of Builder Gel. I keep this on hand at all times. Now, if you're going to do the color tips, which is what I'm getting ready to do to my nails, a similar method works, but you cannot use Builder Gel with nails that cannot be seen, that you don't see through, because the UV lamp will not cure through this to cure the Builder Gel that's under there. So do not ever use Builder Gel with color tips. So what you're going to do for this, or what I do for these, is I use this glue. And when I tell you that this glue is the business, it is the business. So as far as my prep is the same. Buff that shine layer off. I'm going to clean it with acetone. I'm going to put the primer on there. I'm going to do the same thing in here. Take my drill and rough up the part that's going to touch my nail. I'm going to clean that off, and then I'm ready to adhere. So the only thing different on the color tips is, instead of using the Builder Gel, I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to put a layer of glue on my nail, put a layer here on the nail tip, and I'm still going to come at an angle and press them down until it gets flat, and I'm going to hold it there. And I usually hold it for at least a minute. The only difference is with this glue, there's no curing needed because you're not using a UV lamp. Now, once all 10 of your nails are on, then for these types of tips, because they are not, very durable, then on the top of them, I would go ahead and put a layer of Builder Gel on the top. I'm going to brush it. I'm basically using it as a top coat, making sure that I'm capping the edges and the tip, because if you do not do that, I know for me, that's where my nails will split all around the free edge. You want to make sure you're capping it. Then you put that in your UV lamp and flash cure that top coat, and you're done. So I hope that little method helps. If you are not doing that, if you're someone who does use nail tips, but you have a lot of problem with them cracking or breaking, then you have to do something to reinforce them to make them more durable. And on the color tips, the Builder Gel, putting it on the top will definitely make them stronger. On the clear tips, you can use the Builder Gel to adhere and to top coat. So that is my method that has worked for me forever. And I will come back. I haven't decided yet which one of these colors I'm going to put on first. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite set of nails from this video? Which color would you like to see me try first? And we'll see if I can hopefully get them on this week and try to remember to record a video so that you can see the outcome. Y'all, so this has really been probably one of my best nail hauls so far. I think that I was satisfied with every set that I got. I know in the first 3 different collections there were some similar designs, but I do think that I will be able to get use out of all of them because I do like them all. As I said, I've already repurchased one of those collections, so make sure that you run and get those. And yeah, I think that this was a successful Prime Day press-on nail haul. And if you would like to join me as I continue to purchase more girly things on a budget, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to turn your bell notifications on so that you're the first to be notified anytime I drop a hot new video. I am out.